Okay. All right. Now y'all should hear me. I don't know what was going on just now. I'm telling you, every time I open this laptop, it's a different setting. Why? Who knows? Um, but I was trying to see if y'all could hear me chewing. I guess it is kind of loud. I know some people like not mukbangs, ASMR videos, but I hate it. Like I hate hearing noises of like just things. It bothers me so much. Like anytime I'm playing a game, Pac-Man, little tiny games where it's just like beep beep beep. Like sometimes you touch it, I turn the sound off. I get irritated. I'm like, oh no, we putting a stop to this right now. So then when I be watching videos and people like randomly do like some type of ASMR segment, like they'll touch something and they like the noise, so they'll put it close to the mic and make the noise for us. Ugh, it makes me angry. Like I feel like a cringe in my soul. It just be like, ooh, stop that. So hopefully this chewing isn't bothering you. I'm gonna set the mic away from me for a little bit. That's why I finished my chips. But I was saying, I bought the Doritos protein chips, and these are good. I've had protein chips before, but they're never good. These ones actually just taste like Doritos. I did get the nacho cheese. I feel like you can't go bad with cheese. There was another one that was like sweet barbecue, but I don't think I want a regular sweet barbecue Dorito. Like that just don't sound appetizing. What they need to do is make the spicy nacho cheese. That would hit. That's what I need. Just a spicy chip. hmm I think that would satisfy me. Um, but yeah, I was driving, and the whole time I was driving, I was just like, "Dang, I need a snack." Like, where are the car ride snacks? I missed out on my opportunity. Um, all right. I'm trying to think of any updates I have. I got a chip in my car fixed the other day, or yesterday. I didn't, and it really is very fast, but I don't know if I trust their work or not. Um, chip in the windshield, but essentially they drill a hole into the chip, and then they fill it with resin. It only takes like 20 minutes, but I'm like, I kind of want to go through a car wash. So, like, how long do I have to wait until then? Because I got it done yesterday. So, can I go to a car wash today? Because I haven't been going to the car wash because I was like, oh, I don't want the crack to spread. But now that it's been filled, is it fine? I'm sure Google has the answers, but that was weird. I don't know if y'all seen that, but something flashed. It was creepy. Okay. I should be good on snacks for at least another 2 hours before I actually make dinner. Mm, but I also have applesauce. I bought applesauce for the first time in like maybe 10 years. I don't know if I like it. And I'm wondering if that's why I stopped buying it. Like I just don't like it. But I can't remember. I feel like there's just been always other options. So I was like, I don't need the applesauce. But just now I was in the store and I was like, I got it. And then I ate it. I was like, it's not what I remember. Mm, Okay. You know what? It was probably connected to my other headphones last time. That's why it wasn't making no noise. Well, not last time, earlier. Earlier in the stream. Mm, okay. I need to move you. Something about protein, though. You can, like, feel it on your teeth. Like, where you were chewing. I don't like that. That's gross. I got this shirt in New Orleans. My intentions were to give it to my mother, but then I realized I didn't get my dad or brother or anything. So I was like, I don't want people to feel left out. So no one gets a shirt. I will keep it. Um, the only person that got something was my sister, but I like threw that in with like other things I was giving her anyway, so no one noticed. Now they will notice if they watch this stream, but I don't think they will. Um, okay. Mm, 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 mm. Where is the window? All right. I think I'm in the middle. I had like two things I wanted to watch, but one of them is kind of long, so I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. Oh, never mind. I kind of wanted to see this one. What's up? Hmm. Okay, we gonna watch the Diddy one first, then Tiger Woods. Doctor finds nurse murdered after missing hospital shift. You know what? I kind of like these three. If I have time, I'll watch this one, but it's 50 minutes. That's a long video to watch. This one's 40 minutes. Hell. Hmm. We'll see. All right.
Who would have thought in June 2026?
Hold on. I love that he just gets right to the point. Um, okay. I'm trying to get the mic as close as possible. That way there's no sound issues. Cause I'm really trying to work on that. Yeah, that looks good. All right. This Diddy situation is insane. Like Get Like Prince.
Who would have thought in June 2026 we getting more information on Diddy? Look, y'all know Diddy freaky as hell. The
Not
whole
me.
situation involving Diddy. Well, more info coming out right now, and it's like not just alleged information, like tapes is coming out. Freak offs is getting.
I didn't watch the video. I did look for the video, but I could not find it. They scrubbed the internet by the time I was looking for it. But they was saying that he's really, really tiny. They're saying he's tiny, and that's why he was seeking out other people to help him out.
Leaked. And it's not just random people involved in these freakouts. It's very specific people that when you look at it, it makes sense as to why Diddy been in some of these situations. 50 Cent baby mom was in the freak off tape. Now, I'm not finna be digging into this damn tape. Like, I've been on Twitter, people meet watching Diddy, whole bunch of weird shit. I'm not doing all that. But we're talking about what this situation done started. With 50 Cent baby mama being in this footage,
And what's crazy is I want to know if 50 Cent stopped liking him before this happened, or has 50 Cent just always know he was like not a person to trust. You know what I mean? Because 50 Cent has like been vocally, he made that Diddy doc, but even before that, before the case, 50 Cent has said he don't trust Diddy. But like, what was the timeline of events? Was it before or after he got with your baby mama?
it now makes a lot more sense as to why 50 Cent hates Diddy as much as he does. That's why he made that documentary. That's why he hate this nigga more than he hates the average person. But basically, y'all know for a long time, people just talk about these freak offs, and this tape will come out. And now it's everywhere, and everybody has something to say. And now people are looking back at things that people have said about Diddy, and they're like, you know what? This makes a lot more sense. This is adding up. For example, a male escort who, you know, was working with Diddy and took parts in these freak offs would have this interview come back out where he was speaking on it. He was speaking on some of the weird shit we seen, and then after seeing the footage that came out, it's like, oh, that nigga wasn't lying.
You actually ended up with a video of a freak off with Diddy and 50's baby mother on your phone.
Yeah, he accidentally recorded on my phone, so it stayed there.
How do you accidentally record on someone else's phone? Like, y'all had the same password? Y'all had the same screensaver? Because I picked up someone's phone on accident, but like once you see the screensaver different, you're like, oh shit, this ain't mine. Suspicious.
It stayed there.
Right.
And while you and I took a break, you actually showed me this video.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I was not prepared for what I saw in that video. I was not prepared. Because as we're watching, and it's got you and the girl, suddenly you see an oiled up Diddy walk by the camera. Now I knew, for some reason, I just thought the baby oil was for the other people. I didn't realize that he was baby oiled as well.
Yeah. He stayed oiled up as well.
Stayed oiled.
You know what? I never questioned what the oil was for, who was using it. But was he the only one oiled up? Like, that's weird.
No.
That's his thing.
Well, you start having sex with Jane Doe, and then Diddy actually joined in the first time?
Yeah, he joined in the first time because that's what she requested.
Joined in how?
She said she wanted 2 guys, so we was pretty much swapping out. He get from the back, I get, and swap, you know. So yeah, that's what she asked for, and that's what she got. But that was only the first time. We only did that once.
So he never joined in after that?
We'll swap sometimes though. Like we'd be in the same room, and like he'll hit for a little bit, and then I do my thing. But like he would only like be in, and he'll be in and out quick, pound it real quick, and then be out.
If you've ever wished payday came sooner, this might actually help. There's a banking app called Current with a bunch of useful features, and one of the main ones lets you access up to $750 of your pay on screen and check out Current. XXL will write this: Diddy's tape with Daphne joined a male escort leaks and 50 Cent responds. And the clip features Diddy pleasuring himself while watching Daphne give neck to another man. So Diddy was cucking out, nigga. He was on that Adam 22 time. Daphne reacted to this video in a lengthy statement. She would say, everyone plays the fool sometimes, and I've been the biggest fool. I just wanted my man at the time to be happy and satisfied. I wanted to fulfill all his desires, even if that meant breaking my own boundary. Daphne is believed to be one of the women who anonymously testified against Diddy in his S case. And this video appears to be from a freak off with a man named Sly Diggler, who revealed with Vlad TV that he had footage of this happening. Now, this clip is old.
So is he the one that leaked it? Because that's weird. That should be, I need to know who leaked the tape. Because if it's revenge porn, he should be in trouble for that. And Daphne goes on to talk about how like she felt, how she was being blackmailed. Does she know who's blackmailing her? Was it him? Because she didn't say that in the statement, but like, if he was on Vlad saying he has the tape, then the tape comes out. You know, I feel like that's kind of, you put 2 and 2 together. Uh, there's a reason I mute that man. Okay.
Dude. And then it's like we hearing what he was talking about back in December right now in front of us. It's crazy. Reading her whole statement, she would say this though. The recent tape was a leak I never considered to being filmed on. I was blackmailed by the person in the video and was threatened that if I didn't give them this lump sum of money, they was gonna leak it on the internet. I almost
So it was by the guy that was on the Vlad show. She was blackmailed by him. Is he locked
gave
up?
in to this demand, and once I did it,
Is the
this
police
person
intervening?
eventually sold the tape to a giant media outlet. Now you probably thinking, what the fuck you mean? How does media outlet gonna, release some footage that she don't even want out? And not even just that, as a media outlet, like, what are you putting out tapes? How the fuck is this news? But she would say the media outlet called me one day and said they had the tape and asked if I had any comment before the release, which is kind of crazy. Hey, yeah, we got your tape, like, you want to give a comment? What are we talking about? What kind of conversation is that? But she would say it was
Well, news outlets, they technically can put out sex tapes, but you have to get sign off from all parties involved. That's why not random, related. When Ray J says that it was a plan to leak that tape, both parties had to be involved. Like for it to go out like that, Kim had to sign off. Just saying. I think Ray J a little special, but he ain't lying all the time.
the first time in my life I fainted. Once the media company understood the tape they purchased was revenge porn and an extortion scheme, they backed off from broadcasting it. I know they're probably reading this, and I want to say thank you for doing the right thing, even though years later it's come back to haunt me again. It took me all day to find the courage to rewatch my abuse. Having to watch this tape was triggering and painful because only I knew the inner turmoil and pressures I felt in those moments. I was not and never in my right mind throughout the entirety of that relationship. Seeing myself so lost is excruciating. I just want to hold that girl in the room and get her out of there and tell her that wasn't love and she didn't need to do this for love. My heart is breaking as I type this. I wish so many things were different, but I can't take back the hands of time. I can only continue to move forward and slowly learn to love and trust myself again. I want to protect myself so much that I never come across such a harmful environment again. So basically, it happened and she regretted it. And then it came out on the internet. That is a crazy situation. But us seeing this, what else could we possibly see come out about Diddy and his
What's crazy though, like I don't think they should have leaked that, but right afterwards, she took that post down off her Instagram and she was going live answering questions about the tape. Like one of the main questions was like, does size really matter? Because the the sex worker in there had a huge penis and Diddy did not. So they were like, she never answered the question, like she was beating around the bush. But I'm just like, girl, you just had this statement about how this traumatized you. Why are you now going live answering like these like fun facts? Like it's weird. And I don't know, I feel like it was a weird move for her to make because then like people aren't going to see her as the victim that she is because if she didn't consent to that, she's a victim regardless. But I'm just like, girl, why is you doing that? But I guess maybe she needs the money. It's probably bringing attention to her page, so she was like, hell, I might as well like entertain it.
freak offs? Because if this was on camera, probably a lot of this was on camera. And knowing the internet, they will get to digging. What if this is just like opening the door for a whole bunch of more shit to come out? It's a sad situation for that woman. It's like at the same time, what else are we gonna see from Diddy? Like, we knew Diddy was free, but what are we gonna see?
I
Man,
don't
they
wanna
done
see
dropped
nothing
the
else.
footage of 50 Cent girl participating in a Diddy party with Diddy, bro. They done dropped the whole 39-minute video, bro. It's crazy,
39
dog.
minutes?
Mind you, with a random man that they found off the street.
That's crazy. I thought it was gonna be like a minute long max, maybe a minute and a half, like the length of a song. 39 minutes. People sat there and watched that? That's crazy.
Now I see why 50 Cent hate him. He had your girl doing that? And what make it worse, the rumors are true. Bro really would sit in the corner and just watch. Like,
Those rumors, like I believe that is fact. Like when they said it in the courtroom, I was like, okay, like that really happened. Were people doubtful? People were like, "Oh, they're just making this up." All these people were making it up. Mm. Y'all ain't got discernment. I knew.
Like, and now the girls on social media clowning him, saying that they understand why. They saying it's because bruh suffer from micro. You feel me? It all makes sense now. Bro was obsessed with sitting in the chair because he actually can't participate. Literally. Women online are saying that any girl that's been with him, they can't look at them the same. I agree. Bruh, this just proves to you, you just need money. You get whatever you want for real. This man literally had to hire other men to fulfill something he could not fulfill.
One article will write this. Online posts claim that 6 separate recordings set to date from roughly 2012 to 2022 were played privately to 12 jurors during a court session in Manhattan. The alleged Diddy freak-off tapes are being described by commentators.
I do remember them saying that. I forgot. But yeah, more proof. Why were people doubtful? Why did people think this was a lie?
As explicit and voyeuristic, with some insisting that they show Combs wandering around the room, beating his shit and playing with his nipples while he watches Joy in male sex work. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, like, I don't know, just saying this out loud, Diddy's an interesting human. The presence of Daphne Joy in the alleged freak-off pulled 50 Cent squarely into the drama. That is his baby mama. And social media has moved quickly to speculate how he might react. At the time of writing, there's been no formal statement from Diddy representative or from the court about what exactly these exhibits show. The wider impact is kind of hard to ignore. The alleged Diddy freak-off tapes are feeding a broader, darker narrative about celebrity excess and power, with commenters suggesting that deep, dark secrets of famous figures are finally emerged. 6 recordings, each set to capture different combinations of participants in sexual acts, are being treated online as kind of a forbidden series, despite no official release and no way for ordinary viewers to verify a single frame. Even though this situation is going on, Diddy might be facing some more charges. As y'all know, they not
More
done
charges,
with, right? They, might have gave him a little bit of charges. They might have gave him this time or said he getting out on this day, but he still has a lot of allegations and a lot of problems that still need to be addressed, and they kind of are being addressed as time goes on. Right now, Diddy's back in problems with the law, and they might be throwing some new charges on him. Diddy may face new charges as he remains incarcerated in New Jersey. The LA County District Attorney's Office is reviewing a case involving sexual battery against Diddy, as reported by USA Today. Music publicist Jonathan Hay claims that Diddy sexually battered him in 2020 and 2021. The allegations first reported by CNN include incidents where Combs allegedly engaged in inappropriate conduct involving Hay during a project with Biggie's son, which is kind of crazy to hear. Biggie's son was being involved with Diddy in 2020, 2021, because people still think Diddy killed Biggie. People think Diddy killed Biggie and Tupac, which after watching that documentary and just hearing everything that's been said over the years since I've been alive, I definitely think Diddy did that shit. So for Biggie's son to be with him, that's something I didn't really expect to hear. Diddy, who was serving a 50-month sentence in New Jersey for federal prostitution-related charges, has denied all allegations. His legal team described the claims as false and defamatory. The investigation is ongoing and Hayes cooperating with the authorities, hoping for further criminal charges. Diddy is scheduled for release in February 28, but this new investigation could impact his legal situation. And like I said, I don't put anything past Diddy. Whatever.
And I think Diddy needs more time anyway. So lock this nigga up. Lock him up. That's what I think.
They say Diddy did, I'm not gonna lie, I believe it, because this nigga be tripping. Sometimes you see a situation and you're like, yeah, like he probably did that. Diddy did that shit. But at the end of the day, I don't think that tape should have came out. Like, that girl did not want that to come out. She said, look, this was a bad time in my life. Like, I was just doing stuff I had no business doing. And then for it to come out after she tried to, work hard to not make it come out, it's kind of crazy. That's messed up. Niggas talking about they trying to extort her for some bread. It's an unfortunate situation for that lady. Hopefully, she good. Who knows what 50 Cent about to do with this information? Because y'all know how 50 Cent get.
50 Cent wild, though. He didn't even, he made a post. I hope he ain't take it down. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I haven't followed 50 Cent a while ago, so let's see. I imagine he would keep it up. He honestly don't care. Oh, okay. This is what he said. He said, she's not a victim. Sire is. That's his son. Sire can't. Sire is, can you imagine going to the 8th grade to find out this is your mom? The court system in LA thinks it's fine. Yeah, he ain't got no remorse. Oh, he ain't got no sympathy for the girl, for his baby mamas. But he probably stopped liking her after he realized she was with Diddy to
Came out,
begin
he
with.
gonna get to trolling somebody.
Yo, 50 a sick. You can tell 50 watching the right now. Look, he put up this. It's kind of blurred, and he said, "Free Diddy. He has gone through enough being born with no penis." LOL. Yo, Fifth, I love you, brother, but you can't joke about a man having a small if he had yo bent up like a pretzel and had whatever he wanted. Yo, and I know you're gonna say that's not your girl, but that's your baby mom's. I don't care if that Diddy had a vagina, my nigga. That has your girl. I guarantee.
Um, I don't really like that because they had a child together, yeah. But that's not his girl no more. He really shouldn't care. Like, if this was a normal situation, if they broke up, then then Daphne got with Diddy. He shouldn't care because y'all broke up. Why does it matter? Like that's not your woman. She can do what she wants. But this is a different situation. So it seems like I think Diddy was coercing. Coercing. I think Diddy was coercing these women, um, and that's from fear of violence and assault. So, I don't know. I have mixed opinions.
Promise you, like with all due respect, I love 50. 50, don't get mad at me. You know, we're on the same team all the time. But listen, Fifth, I guarantee Diddy was having your girl do shit that you never thought she would even ever do. He was embarrassed to even be like, yo, you want to try this? Like, Diddy was having her do it, gang. Like, nigga, she was probably eating fecal matter, like licking toes, getting peed on.
Why would anyone want that?
5 niggas did. Bruv, you can't talk. You can't clown Diddy's dick size. I'm sorry. Yeah, even if, all right, bet, Diddy had a 1-inch, but he brought in with a 15-incher to fucking bruise her up that she couldn't basically walk home to take care of y'all's son. I'm sorry, Fifth. I'm sorry, Fifth. You can't do that.
My God.
He either gonna get the trolling that lady, he gonna get the trolling Diddy. Everybody involved in this situation, 50 Cent
Ooh.
is gonna troll.
After 3 car accidents.
All right. Okay, this is The Self-Destruction of Tiger Woods by Patrick C.C.
After 3 car accidents, multiple DUIs, and a massive cheating scandal, there is an uncomfortable conversation surrounding Tiger Woods that many fans and his peers are actively trying to avoid. Tiger is a real-life hero to millions of people around the world. His legacy and impact spans generations, and he got there by remaining extremely disciplined on the course. But off the course, his life is the exact opposite. Behind the trophies and the carefully protected image was a man's self self-destructing, lying to the people closest to him, falling victim to his vices, and putting innocent people's lives at risk. Tiger's story is not just about greatness, it's also about what happens when someone becomes so powerful that the world starts making excuses for behavior that would destroy almost anyone else. If Tiger Woods didn't become a sports icon, you could easily interpret his upbringing to be just as brutal as the countless child stars who were pushed into fame before they were old enough to understand it could ruin their life. Tiger wasn't really raised to discover who he was. He was raised to perform, to win, and to carry the expectations of his father, Earl Woods. Earl implemented discipline tactics he learned from his time in the US Navy to train his son to be a golfer. His mother said, when he was 18 months old, he would go to the driving range, and when he was done hitting, I would put him back in the stroller and he'd fall asleep.
18 months old? You don't even have full motor function like that then. The baby couldn't even talk for real. Less than 2 and he's going to the driving range? They make golf clubs that small? It's not like, I think his mom was lying.
Earl reached out to local news organizations in Southern California for stories to be broadcast about Tiger, touting him as a child prodigy.
His name is Eldrick Tiger Woods, and since he was 8 months old, he's been playing golf.
From there, Earl got his son a nationally broadcast daytime television spot on the Mike Douglas Show. And every few years after that, there would be another news story about the future superstar Tiger Woods would become.
This is Eldrick Tiger Woods. And Eldrick is an accomplished golfer. He wins tournaments on a regular basis and has shot close to par on 18-hole courses. Incredibly, Tiger here is only 5 years old.
Earl spoke of his son as if he were a divine creation meant to change the world. I got
a documentary on him, like how they have one for the Venus and Serena. Like, I need to know. Because I didn't know he started this young. I knew he was a great golf player, but I didn't know all of this. Like, that's insane. If he really started at 18 months old. I wonder what talent I would have. There gotta be some type of talent I probably showcased at like 5. And they were just like, Jazmen, sit down. Now I'm here, talentless.
that I was personally selected by God himself to nurture this young man and bring him to the point where he could make his contribution to humanity. Now, Earl wasn't physically abusive like other child prodigy parents, but he was putting in overwhelming pressure on.
That's good, because they downplay that MJ documentary. His dad was beating the fuck out of him. Like, you could tell. And I was like, a little violent there. Because even some scenes they showed, it was like it hinted at the violence, but you could tell they ain't want to highlight it that much.
Tiger to succeed.
He would get in my grill. It'd really make you feel insignificant.
Failure was never an option. Fortunately, he was able to meet expectations. Tiger was the youngest player to win the US Junior Amateur title at 15 and the first to win 3. But the pressure wasn't just to play good golf. At 15 years old, he had the expectation to become a cultural icon to the level of Michael Jordan.
Since I'm black, it might be even bigger than Jack Nicklaus. I might be even bigger than him. To the blacks, I may be sort of like a Michael Jordan in basketball.
The world is ready for a
This is true because I remember being in elementary school, they were teaching us about Tiger Woods. And he must have been young as hell when I was in elementary school. Like 2000, 2005? How old was Tiger Woods? Let me stop doing stuff with my phone. I always forget. How old is he now? Then we can do the math. How old is Tiger Woods? He's 50. So 20 years ago, he was 30. And they were already putting him in the history books? Man, that's insane. Like, I literally remember people would dress up as him for, like, Black History Month. That is so crazy. Good for him.
white golfer to be successful.
Wait, now I'm curious. How is Venus and Serena? They're not the same age. Venus Williams, 45. We were learning about her when she was, damn. Oh, they're only a year apart. That's insane. Mid 20s, early 30s, and you in the history books.
Earl famously dubbed Tiger as the chosen one. Tiger will do more than any other man in history to change the course of humanity. I don't know exactly what form this will take, but he is the chosen
that's
one.
crazy.
He'll have the power to impact nations. Not people, nations. The world is just getting a taste of his power. Now, Earl would sound absolutely crazy if he didn't end up being kinda right. Today, even people who know nothing about golf know who Tiger Woods is. But it's not like he's overhyped or the product of some marketing campaign. Even die-hard fans of golf know how special he was on the course, and that his controversies are likely the only reason why he didn't continue to dominate the field for the entirety of the 2010s. What Tiger was able to accomplish in the first 15 years of his career will likely never be repeated in the history of the game, starting with college. Woods won roughly 42% of the tournaments he competed in while attending Stanford University, winning 11 of the 26 he entered. In his final year, he won 8 of the 13 tournaments in which he competed. But it's not just about getting first place, it's how he was winning. In the Pac-10 championship, he won by 14 strokes. The 54-hole event lasted 2 days, with 2 of the rounds being played in 1 day, meaning they played 36 holes of golf, roughly competing for about 10 hours straight. And in that day, he broke the course record twice, shooting a 61 in the morning and dropping a 65 in the afternoon. He showed similar performance at the 1996 NCAA.
I'll be honest, I don't know all these golf terms, so I'm gonna believe him when he says it was good. I mean, it has to be. It was Tiger Woods.
Championship. He broke the course record of 67 during his second round, and heading into the final, he was leading by 9. In his final round, he shot 80, or 8 over par, which was terrible for him, and he still won by 3 strokes. 1 month later, he dropped out of college to turn pro. Nike immediately signed him to a historic $40 million endorsement deal, which made other pros extremely jealous.
I guess hello world, huh?
That's a good amount
Woods
of money.
entered his first PGA Tour event with the expectation to win, and the golf media thought he was crazy.
A victory didn't offer much to.
A victory. To me, that comes off as a little cocky or brash.
Why go to a tournament if you're not going there to try and win?
You'll learn.
Now, although this interviewer seems like he has a stick up his ass, you have to understand that winning on the PGA Tour is something the overwhelming majority of professional golfers never accomplish.
It's different. He's black.
Some
Black
players
magic.
spend 15 years on tour, make millions of dollars, and still never hold a trophy. Brett Quigley played more events than Tiger in his entire career and never won once. But Woods secured his first professional victory less than 2 months after he joined, in just his 5th professional start.
In 1996? So he was even younger? He was in his 20s doing this? Oh, good for you. This is why he was in the history books.
Over the next few months, he racked up 2 more wins, but he truly set the tone for the career he was about to have at the 1997 Masters, the very first major tournament he ever won. Now, if you don't know golf, it's not structured like other sports where there is one final championship at the end of the season. Instead, there are 4 prestigious tournaments per year that are called majors. These events are played on much more difficult courses where the stakes are much higher and the payouts are much larger. The Masters is the first major played of the year, and it's the most popular of them all. Tiger won the 1997 Masters by 12 strokes, which is still the largest margin of victory in the tournament's history. He also became the youngest Masters champion ever.
There it is, a win for the ages.
From there, the Tiger takeover was in full effect. By 1999, he was stacking wins at a pace the sport had almost never seen, winning 8 PGA Tour events in a single season, including a second major win, the 1999 PGA Championship. Then came 2000, which is still widely considered one of the greatest individual seasons in sports history. Tiger won 9 times that year, including 3 majors. His US Open win at Pebble Beach was especially absurd as he won by 15 strokes, which remains the largest largest margin of victory in modern major championship history. But the achievement that truly separated him from everyone else is now dubbed the Tiger Slam. In 2000 and 2001, he became
he
the
won all
only
4?
golfer in history to win all 4 major championships in a row: the US Open,
That's
Open
what
Championship, the
I
PGA
like.
Championship, and then the Masters the following year. To put that in perspective, only 6 golfers have won all 4 majors in their entire career. Tiger won all 4 in a row. He was simply better than the entire sport for years. He hit the ball further, his iron play was the best the sport had ever seen, and his putting was elite. In a field full of chubby old men, Tiger was young, lean, strong, and implementing workout regimens similar to basketball and football players. He inspired an entire generation of golfers to follow his standards, which is why the field is much better and more competitive today. In 2002, he won 5 times, including 2 majors, becoming only the 3rd player in history at that point to win back-to-back Masters. Over the next few years, winning became normal. He would more often than not have to explain to the press why he didn't win. In 2006, he won 7 events in a row.
That is so crazy. You have to explain why you didn't win. You asking anyone else that? That's the real question. But I guess you're just always competing against yourself, especially if you're the best. Who else can you compare him to?
Following year, he won 5 in a row. I have to reiterate because this might not sound impressive for other sports fans, where teams can go on 10 or 20 game winning streaks, but in golf, you almost never see someone win multiple tournaments in a row. It's extremely rare to even see a back-to-back winner. It's actually been 3 years since it's happened. But statistics only explain a part of his legacy. Tiger changed how golf felt. Before him, golf was perceived as a boring, quiet sport built on patience and politeness. Tiger brought an intensity that didn't exist before. The fist pumps, the cold stare downs, his presence alone changed tournaments.
I love to compete, whatever it is. You and I could be playing cards right now and just want to kick your butt.
You'd want to win.
No, I want to kick your butt. There's a difference.
Patrons would swarm around him, following him the whole round, completely uninterested in the rest of the field. Because of that, the crowd cheering for him was significantly louder. Players could be on the complete other side of the course and hear the noise and rumble from the crowd, knowing that Tiger had just done something ridiculous. They called it the Tiger Roar, and most other players couldn't handle the pressure.
When he's in that zone, it can be so unnerving that his opponents sometimes self-destruct.
You're aware of that intimidation that you have?
I'm aware if I'm playing at my best, I'm tough to beat, and I enjoy that.
But it wasn't just that he was winning, he was making it exciting, giving us iconic moments that the game is missing today. His chip in on the 16th hole at the 2005 Masters, where the ball paused dramatically on the lip before dropping, became one of the most famous shots in sports history. At the 2008 US Open at Torrey Pines, Tiger was playing with multiple stress fractures in his leg and a torn ACL, limping his way through 91 holes before beating his opponent in a playoff.
Now that's embarrassing. He has multiple fractures in his leg, basically broken. But you still lost to him?
Expect anything different?
Fans who had never cared about golf were suddenly watching on Sundays, and therefore TV ratings exploded. Neil Pilson, the former president of CBS Sports in the United States, once estimated that Woods contributed to a 30 to 35% ratings increase when he played. Tiger is also the reason why PGA players make way more money today. In the 1996 season, when Woods joined late that year, the total prize money amounted to $101 million. Between 1997 and 2008, the total prize money rose by an average of 9.3% per year, bringing the PGA Tour's purse to $292 million by 2008. And between 1997 and 2009, Tiger Woods won 71 PGA Tour events and 14 major championships before turning 30.
Wait a second. He was winning 100 million every time he won? Is that what they're saying? Hold on. Okay, total prize money, so it's everyone, not just the first place winner. Okay. I'll already say he got more money than I thought.
Late that year, the total prize money amounted to $101 million. Between 1997 and 2008, the total prize money rose by an average of 9.3% per year, bringing the PGA Tour's purse to $292 million by 2008. And between 1997 and 2009, Tiger Woods won 71 PGA Tour events and 14 major championships before turning 34. He was on pace to beat basically every record in history within the next few years. However, off the course, very little was known about Tiger Woods. He didn't invite the media to his house, and he infamously named his 150-foot yacht Privacy, sending a message that his personal life was off limits. But then one magazine article released that turned into one of the biggest scandals in sports history and was the start of his downfall. In November of 2009, the National Enquirer was about to publish a story alleging that Tiger Woods was having an affair with a woman named Rachel Yucatel. Tiger caught wind of this and warned his wife Elin Nordegren that the story was coming out and he had only met Rachel at 1 or 2 social gatherings. He even put Elin and Rachel on the phone together, which was a way of somehow proving his innocence. Regardless, Elin was still justifiably suspicious, and once the National Enquirer ran the story, it included details about a secret trip he took to Australia with Rachel. On Thanksgiving night, Elin and Tiger had an argument which ended by Tiger taking some Ambien and going to sleep. Around 1 a.m., Elin grabbed Tiger's phone and saw a text message from Rachel that read, "You are the only one I've loved." Elin sent text messages, pretending to be Tiger, to Rachel that read, "I miss you," and asked, "When are we seeing each other again?" Rachel replied back, assuming it was Tiger, and then Elin called the number. Once she heard Rachel's voice, it was all the confirmation she needed that Tiger was cheating, and chaos erupted. She simply exploded, trying to hit him on the chest and arms with her fists, and then finally chasing him from the house while she wielded a golf club. Shoeless, he ran into the car and barreled out of the driveway before careening off a fire hydrant and then smashing into a tree. Now, this minute-by-minute breakdown of what happened that night was given to the Daily Beast by a source close to Elin, and the next part that is particularly debated is why the rear window of Tiger's vehicle was smashed out. It likely could not have happened from the crash, which implies that Elin smashed the back window out with the golf club that she was allegedly holding. However, it is debated as to when it happened. Most people say she did it while chasing Tiger out of the house. However, Elin says that she smashed the back window out after he crashed to climb into the car and save him. From there, a concerned neighbor heard the accident and immediately called 911.
I had someone down in front of my house. They hit a pole.
But what was Tiger doing?
At that point, he was snoring.
He was snoring.
He was actually snoring.
Did you smell any alcohol on him?
No alcohol, no any other kind of drug whatsoever.
Did you get close enough that you would think you would have smelled it had he been drinking?
Yes.
As for Tiger's injuries, a bloody lip.
Nothing on his shirt, nothing on his hands.
Good.
I was
Came
holding
out
him
unscathed.
still at
Good
one
for
point,
him.
and I didn't get any blood on me.
Wood's wife, Elin, was kneeling beside him.
She was actually very quiet, just kind of in shock. It wasn't very verbal.
It's also important to consider that at the time of the crash, nobody knew the story that built up to it. They just knew he had an alleged cheating scandal, and then a few days later, he was in a car accident, which made tabloids try as hard as they could to poke and prod into his life to connect the dots. He tried to get out in front of it with his first public statement. "This situation is my fault, and it's obviously embarrassing to my family and me. I'm human and I'm not perfect. I will certainly make sure this doesn't happen again. This is a private matter and I want to keep it that way. Although I understand there is curiosity, the many false, unfounded, and malicious rumors that are currently circulating about my family and me are irresponsible. But everything was about to unravel like he could never."
This is so crazy because I do remember people talking about him cheating, but mind you, I was a child when this happened. So I didn't know all these details. I didn't know his wife chased him out the house with a golf club and smashed out the window. Then he drove into crashed his car into a pole, or was that a tree? Like, that's insane. Like, that explains why people were talking about it. In my head, I was just like, why y'all care he cheated? Like, that's his business. That ain't got nothing to do with us. And I mean, it's still true. It ain't got nothing to do with us. But it's messy. Oh my gosh.
Imagine. One day later, Us Weekly magazine reported that they discovered a second mistress. Jamie Grubbs, now 24, tells Us Weekly she began having an affair with Woods, age 33, in April of 2007. She said they went on to have 20 sexual encounters. In order to prove her affair was real, she leaked a voicemail that Woods left her asking her to help him cover up his cheating.
Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and maybe calling you. So if you can, please take your name off that. And what do you call it? Just have it as a number on the voicemail. Just have it as your telephone number. Okay, you gotta do this for me.
It turns out Jamie leaked the voicemail out of jealousy after she found out that she was not the only woman Tiger was cheating on his wife with.
That's crazy. You knew he was married and you were fine with that. But if he has another side, you're upset? That doesn't make any sense. It'd be different if no, there's no way to not to know because of how famous he is. Because if it was just like a random nigga and it was like, oh, like maybe she didn't know he was married. But you knew Tiger Woods was married. You knew. Only person can be mad in this situation is the wife.
Constantly that year called me and talked to me and, told me he missed me and that, it was always going to be me and him.
She now knows he was making those same sort of promises.
Always going to be me and him? Girl, he was already married. What do you mean?
To as many as a dozen other women.
If I was with him and he was texting, he would basically show me a text message or tell me who it was. So I never thought he was lying to me. And then, I asked him at some points, when you go somewhere else, do you have another girl? And he's like, no, I'm too busy. I don't have time for that. And then he's just like, I just like being with you.
Tiger.
You make time for what you want to make time for. And clearly, let me shut up.
Decided to publish a second statement to his personal website in which he conceded to have not been true to my values and the behavior my family deserves, although he doesn't directly acknowledge any type of affair during this statement. But every day there was a new woman coming out saying that they had slept with Tiger Woods. Within 2 weeks of the car accident, the list of mistresses had climbed to 11. Jocelyn James, star of Prawn Star Brides, joins a lingerie model, an unnamed television broadcaster, a pancake waitress with a thing for X in parking lots, and a host of women who spend lots of time in nightclubs, on the ever-growing list of women rumored to have engaged in affairs with Woods. Some of them even did interviews on national television.
At that point, Tiger was recently married. Did you know that? Did you know he was married?
I did.
Was that something that
How
you
could
thought
you not?
about at all?
It was a brief, it was a thought in my head, of course, because, I'm not raised to do something like I did, and I'm not saying that it's okay, but, something that I did years ago, and I'm not saying that it's right, but, trust me, it crossed my mind.
I was so madly in love, I couldn't walk away. We would text every day, throughout the day.
How often would you see him after that initial meeting?
A few times a month. He would either come to Vegas, or he would have me come out to wherever he was playing.
Did you feel like you had a boyfriend?
Yeah, I did. And, I stopped seeing other people. I got out of the adult business because it was something that really bothered him.
Now, why were you making these types of sacrifices and changes in your life for him? Did you ever ask him to make any kinds of changes in his life for you?
The only thing I told him was, just please be honest with me. You tell me that I'm the only other woman in your life besides your wife. Just don't break my trust and don't.
I'm trying to see other perspectives, and I understand like you agree to certain things. So it's like, okay, our relationship is X, Y, and Z, and you're allowed to go be with your wife. But you can't, it's hard to feel bad because you knew he was married and you knew his wife didn't know. But we should feel sympathy for you because he had other sides. Yeah.
Hurt my feelings.
The media was absolutely ruthless towards Tiger at this time. It's all they could talk about.
Well, here's the thing, though. She is speaking out. Who isn't speaking out? Tiger Woods.
Exactly.
Give her some credit here. She's doing more than Tiger's doing. She's putting her face out there, and she's apologizing publicly to Mrs. Woods. And she didn't think about everything. She didn't have the power in the relationship. She didn't have the power. She's a cocktail waitress. He's a billionaire. Who do you think had the power in the relationship? Put the blame where the blame should be. One place and one.
Yeah, the blame goes to Tiger, but these women knew, and they shouldn't be like, "Oh, I thought I was the only one." No, ma'am, you knew you weren't the only one. What are we talking about?
place only, and that's with Mr. Woods.
To put the media onslaught into perspective, the New York Post made Tiger's scandal the front page story for 20 days in a row. They wrote more consecutive stories about Tiger than the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Realizing that he could not escape this, Tiger eventually admitted to his infidelity, announcing that he would be stepping away from the game of golf indefinitely. Now, you might think that this was all blown way out of proportion, and that's a fair opinion, but you have to consider why this story was so big. Most major American sports are built around aggression and intensity, so hearing about a cheating scandal from one of those athletes might not feel that surprising. Golf, on the other hand, has always carried a much more polished and disciplined image. There is a heavy emphasis on tradition, etiquette, and order. The game is often called a gentleman's game because players are expected to enforce the rules on themselves. There aren't referees watching for your mistakes. If nobody sees you break a rule, the expectation is that you call the penalty on yourself. Honesty is crucial to ensure fair competition. Even off the course, fans expected Tiger to embody these principles. He often spoke about his love of being a father of 2 children and clearly emphasized the importance of his family. At the same time, the lives of elite athletes are often built around a level of obsession that most people will never understand. Sun up to sundown, their entire identity becomes tied to performance. For someone like Tiger Woods, every round, every interview, and every public appearance carried enormous pressure. It's clear that he was using women, and possibly drugs and alcohol, as an escape or release from the constant discipline. The problem for Tiger was that
Where did we establish that he was on drugs and alcohol? Like, just because you a cheater don't mean you doing all that. And when he crashed, they literally said they ain't smell or nothing was in his system. He was just sleeping. Like, he was probably dead sleep. And then when he crashed, he fell asleep again. He honestly, is that a sign of a concussion when you can't stay awake? I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
his version of escape directly contradicted the image of integrity that made the world admire him in the first place, and many of his brand deals and sponsorships fell through as a result. Gillette temporarily halted their ad campaign with the golf icon before eventually deciding to end their relationship in late 2010.
This is very odd to me, though. Why is he losing all these campaigns for cheating on his wife? Because, yeah, that's fucked up to do. But he didn't hurt anyone. Like, all these women that he was cheating on him with, it seems like it was consensual. So why is he losing brand deals? I don't understand that. I have my suspicions, but I'm gonna keep that to myself. I think it has something to do with race. I'm gonna just be honest. I think it has something to do with race. They're trying to tear this black man down. Because it don't make sense. He cheated on his wife, so now he's losing brand deals. What does his personal life have to do with y'all?
Accenture, a global consultancy firm, took a hard stance against Tiger, directly describing him as no longer the right representative for their brand. Tag Heuer, AT&T, and Gatorade would follow shortly after. And now that his businesses were collapsing, he had no choice but to finally address this thing head on. Woods hosted a near 15-minute press conference broadcast by ABC News where he apologized countless times for his behavior.
I stopped living by the core values that I was taught to believe in. I knew my actions were wrong, but I convinced myself that normal rules didn't apply. I never thought about who I was hurting. Instead, I thought only about myself. I ran straight through the boundaries that a married couple should live by. I thought I could get away with whatever I wanted to. I felt that I had worked hard my entire life and deserved to enjoy all the temptations around me. I felt I was entitled. Thanks to money and fame, I didn't have to go far to find them. I was wrong. I was foolish. I don't get to play by different rules. The same boundaries that apply to everyone apply to me. I brought this shame on myself. I hurt my wife, my kids, my mother, my wife's family, my friends, my foundation, and kids all around the world who admired me.
Tiger vehemently denied the rumor that Elin bashed his rear windshield.
Yeah, this just sounds weird to me. Because, yeah, he's a bad husband. But what does that have to do with Gatorade? That ain't got nothing to do with AT&T. Your phone calls will still work. Shit, he was probably using AT&T to call all them bitches. Yeah. They did this man dirty.
or was violent towards him in any way.
They didn't like that.
But there's one issue I really want to discuss. Some people have speculated that Elin somehow hurt or attacked me on Thanksgiving night. It angers me that people would fabricate a story like that. Elin never hit me that night or any other night. There has never been an episode of domestic violence in our marriage, ever. Elin has shown enormous grace and poise throughout this ordeal.
Despite his efforts to clarify his story, South Park still created an episode that depicts Tiger as the victim of a violent attack, with his wife chasing down the car and breaking through the rear window. The narrative.
And if that's true, like let's say he was covering for his wife, he's the victim.
And jokes surrounding Tiger's wife being violent towards him, specifically with a golf club, was too good of a scandal that people still to this day believe Elin beat Tiger with a golf club. Woods expressed on numerous occasions that he was getting treatment in the aftermath of all this, but did not specify what for, although many believe it was for his drug use.
I'm excited to get back and play. I'm excited to get to see the guys again. I really missed a lot of my friends out there. I miss competing, but still, I still have a lot more treatment to do. And just because I'm playing doesn't mean I'm going to stop going to treatment.
Tiger's apology tour was actually a massive success, and his return to golf at
treatment couldn't have been therapy. Why are we jumping to drugs?
The 2010 Masters drew in nearly 5 million viewers.
I didn't know what.
Man, if he's competing, they didn't drug test them? Like, that just doesn't add up to me. Like, yeah, maybe he could have been drinking, but on drugs, when you're playing in a professional tournament like this, I'm sure you were drug tested.
To expect in regards to reception, and I tell you what, the galleries couldn't be nicer. I mean, it was just incredible, and the encouragement that I got, and it was just it blew me away, to be honest with you. It really did.
The overwhelming majority of golf fans felt that he was a victim of a baseless media attack, and that a man as successful and famous as Tiger is almost expected to not be loyal to one woman. The golf world simply wasn't ready to just discard the person they had built the entire sport around. But after the scandal, he struggled to get his game back. In 2010 and 2011, Tiger Woods racked up a whopping 0 wins, and his injuries started piling up. Over the years, he had ruptured his ACL in his left knee and ruptured his right Achilles, but was able to continue playing with minimal surgeries. But in April of 2011, he had suffered a left MCL sprain and a strained left Achilles tendon, which was enough for him to take another hiatus. In that time, he fired his longtime caddy, Steve Williams, who worked for Woods from 1999 to 2011, winning 13 major championships together. The media rushed to Steve to get his insights on the cheating scandal. He spent more time with Tiger than anyone else in his life, so many assumed he knew about his escapades off the course. But Steve didn't say much.
After all of this, how well do you believe you knew Tiger?
Well, not very well, obviously. I mean, that sort of goes without saying. I guess I thought I knew him well, and I didn't.
I mean, this is somebody who was the best man at your wedding, so it had to be, you know, hurtful for you on a personal level. But how did the relationship with him change post-scandal?
No question that, you know, that it was a difficult time, and you know, our relationship obviously deteriorated very quickly. No two ways about it.
And even though Steve was extremely light on his criticism of Tiger, many people felt he was out of line. Classic case of a guy who thinks he's way more important than he actually is. Just carry the bag, rake the trap, and be quiet. With a new caddy and determination to return to the top, Tiger was able to get his first win in years at the 2012 Arnold Palmer Invitational. He followed that up with a win at the 2012 Memorial Tournament, where he proved that he could still pull off legendary shots like his nearly impossible chip-in on the 16th hole. He steamrolled through 2013 with 5 more wins, returning to the #1 spot in the world rankings. It seemed like the nightmare was over, and the version of Tiger Woods people thought they had lost was finally back. But in 2014, it became clear that this wasn't the start of another dynasty, and his dominance in the game of golf would never return. In March of 2014, he started having back issues, which led to spasms. 1 month later, Woods announced that he would miss the Masters after undergoing a microdiscectomy for a pinched nerve, which had been hurting him for several months. Woods said he would return to golf sometime this summer, which he did in late June at the Quicken Loans National, but he played terrible. His play in 2015 was some of the worst.
Honestly, though, if you do the math, he was probably playing for 20 plus. Well, no, if he started at fucking 18 months old, that's so insane. But he was probably playing for 30 years straight. Yeah, he gonna have some injuries. That's why most people retire early when they're child prodigies. Like this. Like, You can only put your body through so much. And golf don't look hard, but it is.
Of his career, with one round carding an 85, his worst score in a professional tournament. He finished off the 2015 season with 2 back surgeries, indicating that something was seriously wrong. As a result, he would take the entirety of the 2016 season off, but in 2017, everything would take a turn for the worse. Tiger tried to make his return in January of 2017 at the Farmers Insurance Open, but missed the cut. He withdrew from the next tournament due to back spasms, which ultimately led to an announcement in April of 2017 that he underwent another back surgery. When healed, I look forward to getting back to a normal life,
Lord, when
playing
does
with
he
my
retire?
kids, competing in professional golf, and living without the pain I've been battling so long. Just a few weeks after this announcement, reports came in that Tiger Woods had been arrested by Jupiter police for driving under the influence. He was found passed out in his car on the side of the road at 3 o'clock in the morning. His vehicle had 2 flat tires as well as damaged bumpers, and arresting officers immediately knew he was unfit to drive.
Don't begin until I tell you to, okay? But when I tell you to, I want you to close your eyes and tilt your head backwards, and you're gonna recite the entire English alphabet in a slow, non-rhythmic manner, meaning you're
I hate those tests. I've never done one, but they just look stupid. Like, just give me a breathalyzer. What do we do out here playing games for? Breathalyzer, I'll go to the hospital. You can draw my blood. I don't want to play these games.
not gonna sing it, okay? Do you understand the instructions? Okay, what were the instructions?
Not to sing the national anthem backwards.
Not to sing the national anthem backwards. What I want you to do when I tell you to, keep your arms down by your side and your feet together. I want you to close your eyes, tilt your head backwards. When I tell you to, don't begin until I tell you to. And I want you to say the alphabet from A to Z in a slow, non-rhythmic manner, okay? Meaning you're not going to sing it, okay? Do you understand the instructions? Okay, what were the instructions?
I'll repeat A through Z, non-rhythmic, making sure you get everyone correct.
Tiger apologized a few days later with some added context. I want the public to know that alcohol was not involved. What happened was an unexpected reaction to prescribed medications. I didn't realize the mix of medications had affected me so strongly. Even though he put his and others' lives at risk by driving under the influence, Tiger was met with overwhelming support from his colleagues and fans. Retired professional golfer Jack Nicklaus voiced his sympathy, saying, "He needs our help." Many rushed to his defense, pointing out his chronic back issues and the challenges that come with managing the pain. Fellow professional golfer Bill Haas said, "4 back surgeries? How can we know what that's like? Obviously, he's dealing with a lot. People jump to conclusions. A lot of them are wrong." The only golfer who actually won.
That is a good point, because what if he was telling the truth and it wasn't alcohol? He just mixed the wrong medications. Now everyone's assuming this, but it's really something else. And it's kind of believable, because you can have bad reactions to medications, especially if you're not taking them correctly. But how fast did that happen? Like, should have been got off the road, it sounded like.
Wanted to pose a reasonable question, chose to stay anonymous, because you can't criticize Tiger Woods. I think we are all worried about Tiger, but you have to ask, what was he doing at that hour? And why is he taking Vicodin? I thought he said a few days ago that he never felt better, but he's taking Vicodin? I just hope that isn't an indication of something a lot more serious. It was later revealed that Tiger had a mix of Vicodin, Dilaudid, Xanax, Ambien, and THC in his system, further highlighting an irresponsible usage of prescription medication. He clearly had a problem, but many who spoke about his arrest emphasized his importance to the sport. I hope he plays again. The tour needs him. I hope he gets out of it, and I hope he plays golf again. He needs a lot of support from a lot of people, and
Why does he need to keep playing? Why not just retire? Your name is in the history books. You're solidified. I'm sure he has enough money.
I'll be one of them. It was clear that all had been forgiven before Tiger had even managed to rectify the situation. He attended a brief intensive program, likely to deal with his still undisclosed addiction to painkillers, and once he was ready to return, he was welcomed back with open arms. Now, I'm not saying that being empathetic to someone struggling is not important. I actually encourage it, but there clearly is a level of status you can reach in this world where consequences get much softer, and the best thing that could have happened happened to Tiger's career and reputation took place in 2018. At 43 years old, he came back to the game with serious momentum. He competed in 18 tournaments, which is the most active he had been since 2012. He tied for second in the 2018 PGA Championship, nearly winning his 15th major, but he shocked the world when he won for the 80th time at the 2018 Tour Championship.
80th?
The entire crowd swarmed him as he walked up
Is that
to the
what he
18th
said?
green,
80?
knowing they were
80?
witnessing history. This event put him back in the winner's circle for the first time since 2013, but as if this moment wasn't historic enough, he would do something even more unbelievable the following year. Tiger Woods would go on to win the 2019 Masters tournament. He had not won a major since 2008, and his previous Masters win was in 2005. The golf world was just grateful to have him back, but nobody expected him to be a major champion again. Golf fans felt extremely comfortable with Tiger back on top. His controversies did not paint the story of a messy and troubled superstar. It was about a man who overcame adversity and triumphed, with headlines reading, "Tiger Woods' Masters win is a great sporting comeback story." After serious doubts, Tiger Woods completes a long road back to glory at Masters. And fans writing things like, "When he sank that putt, I cried like a baby. The Masters will always be
That's
my dad
crazy.
and me rooting for Tiger. It's been a long, strange trip, but welcome back, Tiger." I think he is a changed man, not just a golfer, but much more importantly as a man and father. Woods' chaotic personal life was pushed aside whenever it became an
So like that is so weird. Like you don't know this man in real life. You don't know this man as a father. What do you mean? Has there been stories that he's been a bad father? He's not a good dad? I've never heard that. That's
issue,
so
but
weird
now
to
it was a
say.
convenient plot point behind what many called a return to glory. One fan even wore a t-shirt with his mugshot on it, something that Tiger smiled at as he walked by, indicating that
That's
his
not
troubled
funny.
past was now behind him and it was something we could all laugh at. Tiger continued to build onto this narrative with his 82nd win at the 2019 Zozo Championship, tying the record for the most PGA Tour wins of all time, a record that was set by Sam Snead in 1965. It was looking like Woods was going to continue to break records and remain a contender even in his mid-40s, but this was the last time we would ever see Tiger Woods in the winner's circle, and considering his recent controversies, combined with him being
Ever?
50 years old, it's almost officially over for good.
I mean, is it? I feel like most golfers are old. I mean, at least they look old.
Tiger didn't play much in 2020 as he was battling back pain. He was set to make his return at the 2021 Masters when he nearly died in a car accident. On February 22nd, 2021, Tiger was traveling 84 to 87 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone when he lost control, hit a curb, and then struck a tree. Investigators estimated that Tiger's vehicle impacted the tree at 75 miles per hour, at which point the vehicle flipped over and landed in some
That's
brush.
dangerous.
There was no evidence that the golfer tried to brake, and investigators believe Woods may have inadvertently stepped on the accelerator instead of the brake pedal in a panic. He was rushed to the trauma center where he immediately underwent emergency surgery. Woods suffered comminuted open fractures in the upper and lower portions of his tibia and fibula of his right leg. It's a miracle that his injuries were not more severe, and responding officers reported that he likely would not have survived if the airbags hadn't deployed. Interestingly enough, investigators did not attempt to get warrants to get blood samples to see if he was driving under the influence, so we don't know for sure,
not?
but many speculate, due to his track record of driving infractions, that this was a result of drugs. Regardless, the severity of the situation was met with love and support for Tiger's recovery. Even if his bad habits were responsible for the wreck, it wasn't the time or place to call it out. Additionally, this was just another moment of adversary.
I think that is exactly the time and place to call it out. Because if he was under the influence, he could have hurt someone else. Like he only hurt himself in that crash, but it could have been someone else.
That Tiger could eventually be worshipped for overcoming. 1 year after the wreck, Tiger was honored for his accomplishments and inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame.
Playing at some of these golf courses.
Why was he only inducted into 2022? I feel like he should have been inducted in the 1900s. Like 1999 or 2000 when they said he won like all four at the same time. That's suspicious. When did this Hall of Fame start?
I was not allowed in the clubhouses where all the other juniors were. Color of my skin dictated that. As I got older, that drove me even more. So as I was denied access into the clubhouses, that's fine. Put my shoes on here in the parking lot.
I asked two questions only. Where was the first tee, and what was the course record?
Once again, we see this interesting dichotomy of Tiger's reputation on full display. The moment is all about his accomplishments, and there is no acknowledgement of the darker past during the ceremony. And while people are quick to brush away those scandals when it's actually time to talk about them, they are quick to bring them back up to drive the emotional impact of him overcoming adversity. Tiger manages to adopt all the good favor from his controversies, while everyone else is desperately trying to avoid talking about them and genuinely holding him accountable. But anyone who thought his golf game would return was just delusional. In 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024, Tiger played just 13 times. None of those times was he even remotely considered to be in contention to win. In the 2024 Masters, Tiger Woods placed dead last with a total score of plus 16. At this point, he was just an ambassador of the game, showing up for the fans and his sponsors. It was clear that Tiger simply wasn't capable of competing at the highest level anymore. The countless surgeries to his back and knee had clearly affected his performance in a way that made it.
I feel like that's kind of obvious though. If you have multiple back surgeries, he had knee problems, leg problems like early on. I would expect him not to be able to play as well as you
Hard to
could, as
believe
well
he
as
was
he
once
used
the
to.
greatest golfer to ever live.
I don't like that. It's hard to believe. Why is it hard to believe? You just said this man had multiple back surgeries. What are you talking about?
Likely affected him on a deep mental level. His father had placed immense pressure on him to succeed, and his journey as a professional golfer was promised to be one that altered the course of humanity. Additionally, the guy just loved to compete. He wanted to beat everyone every time, and now he simply just had no chance. Tiger missed the entirety of the 2025 season, and his mother sadly passed away during that time as well. Leading up to the 2026 Masters, at age 50, the golf world was excited to see his return, but he once again got into a car accident while driving under the influence. On March 27th, 2026, Tiger Woods rolled over his SUV in a single car crash on Jupiter Island, Florida. Initially, Tiger appears to be fine, doing his best to hide the fact that he is severely intoxicated, resting on one knee to maintain his balance and composure. Momentarily, he steps away while taking a phone call, revealing he was talking to Donald Trump.
Get you to hang out down here with us, please.
What?
Thank you so much. All right. Got it. All right. Thank you. Bye. Say again? Just keep you down here with us, please. Yeah, I was just talking to the president.
The police were suspicious and conducted a routine sobriety test, which he failed miserably.
That's what I'm saying. What is this doing? Why not just do a breathalyzer? Draw some blood.
You're all done? Okay, go ahead and stand up for me. Then you're going to face my car. Okay, sir, and place your hands behind your back. Place them behind your back. There you go. So at this time, I do believe your normal faculties are impaired, okay? And you're under the unknown substance, okay? So at this time, you're under arrest for DUI. Yes, sir.
Once he was placed under arrest, footage of him in the back seat shows him looking extremely inebriated, nodding off, and barely able to stay awake. Opioids and benzo hiccups. Looks like me 20 years ago. Addiction doesn't care who you are. Bro could hire 10 drivers a day and still be rich. Cooked. Up until this point, all of his controversies were more open to interpretation, which usually led to him receiving a more charitable framing. But with uncut body cam footage documenting the event, the severity of his addiction was too apparent to ignore. Once an athlete reaches that Michael Jordan level of greatness, the general public almost looks at them as an institution rather than a person. They generate too much money and provide too much entertainment value for the public to comfortably let them fail. So instead of asking whether their behavior was wrong, people start searching for reasons to explain it away. People don't just want Tiger to recover, they need him to. He is too important to golf, too valuable to sponsors.
I don't think he needs to. He needs to just sit at home and do him. If he wants to drink, let him drink. Just take his license away. He don't need to be behind no more wheels.
and too central to the sport's identity, which is why the responses to the aftermath of his controversies are not really met with criticism. Jason Day responded with, "He's my hero. He was my hero growing up. The reason why I play golf is because of this tournament, the Masters, and Tiger. It's hard to see him go through what he's going through, and especially under the microscope, it must be hard to be who he is and have everyone look kind of down on him." Patrick Reed said, "Without Tiger Woods in the events, honestly, I feel it hurts the game of golf. We want them to come back and be healthy and ready to go." Friend and fellow PGA Tour pro Bubba Watson also had kind and supportive words.
From day one that we started hanging out back in 06, 07, somewhere in there, that I would, I'm pulling for him as a human being, forget his golf, I could care less about his golf. Anybody.
My favorite chill reaction strains on relatively sane hours. Yeah, I can't do that late night shit. That's not for me. I like to sleep.
That's struggling with anything, I feel for him.
Tiger has a long documented history of reckless driving, and he has actively put the lives of countless people in danger as a result. It's naive to assume the only time he drove under the influence are the 4 times that he's been caught. It's more likely that this is something he does on a regular basis. These are not just simple mistakes. This is dangerous behavior that could eventually cost someone their life. Even after his prime has ended, he is still the face of golf. Nobody has come close to replicating or matching his greatness. For those financially and emotionally invested in the prosperity of professional golf, they cannot allow Tiger to become anything less than a legend. But a little bit of criticism might go a long way. Every day, about 32 people in the United States die in drunk driving crashes. That's one person every...
It's about to end now, but it was about Tiger Woods and his journey. Fun fact, I didn't know this. I mean, maybe it's a common thing. Maybe I'm just outside of the loop. But apparently he started golfing at 18 months old. 18 months old. 18 months? I didn't even know you could swing a golf club. Like, that's insane to me. And they also had him on like TV and everything at yes, 18 months. Not even 2 years old. Like, that's crazy. And and at first I was like, oh, they lying. But no, they have videos of him swinging golf clubs at the driving range at this young. It's like, oh wow, you were made for this. you were a bit like this. I am not. I don't have no talent like that. I know it sounds insane, but they have a video, and you would think calling AI on that. No, it can't be AI because of how old it is. Like AI now, like if someone told me their kid was swinging a golf club and I'm like, okay, they just picked it up. But no, they have like old footage of him swinging at the driving range and actually hitting. I'm like, okay, I see you. You were born to be great. um, but then they were talking about like his fall from grace, and I don't know, some of it seems like BS. He clearly has like some type of drug problem, but that ain't our business. I mean, doing drugs and driving is our business, but I think he old as hell. He shouldn't be playing for real. What kind of sick parents introduce their child to golf? Well, apparently that was their plan, or at least the dad's plan. Yeah, because golf is expensive. Um, but the dad was saying that what did he say? I think he said like he introduced him to it based on like some type of military learnings he had, because I guess he was in the military at some point, like the dad. I'm just like, what what did you do at 1 years old that was like, oh, he's gonna be a golfer? Like I don't know. Like, was you just picking up stuff, like just swinging it around? That's crazy to me. Um, yeah. And then they were saying he needs to get back into the sport. Like, this man is 50. He's been playing since he was 18 months old. I think he's okay. Dad with a time machine. No, facts. He knew. Back to the Future.
44 minutes. In 2024, 11,904 people died in alcohol-impaired driving traffic deaths. These deaths were all preventable. I understand addiction is brutal, and just saying stop drinking or stop doing drugs is a massive oversimplification, but he at the very least should have a full-time driver who can safely travel him where he needs to go. There is a deep emotional tie to Tiger Woods, and many don't want to admit that their idealized version of him is not accurate. We can reasonably speculate why Tiger has never been able to recover from his addiction and continues to engage in this behavior. Tiger Woods hasn't faced any repercussions legally, and many people who have committed the same crimes as him have been jailed, fined, or at least had their license suspended. Then again, if we're being honest, he's rich enough where none of those things would truly impact him. He has also never faced any consequences or real criticism in the world of golf. The DUIs, the car crashes, and the cheating scandals are used to show his resilience and determination rather than highlight his dysfunction. Change has never been demanded of Tiger, so it's not entirely surprising that he never did. So once again, after committing another crime, he told everyone he's going to be stepping away for a while. So it seems like the cycle repeats. He will one day come back to golf, be praised for his perseverance, play terribly because he is old and cannot compete with the abundance of phenomenal young talent. It will then eat away at him, and from there we can only hope he doesn't get loaded and drive a car again, because it's hard to know how many more times he can get lucky. It seems like the world of golf is waiting until he seriously harms someone else until they have a tough conversation about Tiger Woods. But it's not impossible to overcome. Kurt Angle suffered a much more
That's what I'm saying. Why doesn't he retire? The man's 50. Why does he keep playing? He has enough money. He does not need to be there. The woman saying, I asked him if I was the only woman in his life besides his wife is the craziest sentence I've ever heard. Yeah, he has money and a legacy. Like, I literally remember being in elementary school and people would dress up like him for Black History Month. Like, the man has been famous for years. I think he's done enough. That's crazy. Good video though. Good video. Do you have any recommendations of what you want to watch? If not, I was gonna watch this cop cam video of doctor finds nurse murdered after missing hospital shift. Suspicious. And also, like, why didn't he just hire a driver? I'm down for whatever. Bet. I just don't understand why he didn't hire a driver. He has the money. Because he could have been drinking, doing all the drugs he wanted. Just have someone to take you home. Okay. This is Doctor Finds a Nurse Murdered After Missing Hospital Shift by Law and Crime Body Cam.
It's June 2021.
It takes away so much liability. Exactly. I think maybe he just likes living on the edge, or he doesn't want to admit he has a problem. So, like, not hiring a driver would be like admitting he has the problem. But he ain't got no family. They won't want to tell him. But yeah, okay. June 2021.
In Dublin, Georgia, where a group of concerned nurses arrive at their coworker's home, only to find shattered glass and a suspected gunshot hole through a door. After one frantic 911 call, police quickly arrive on scene.
We worked with her and she didn't show up for work, and neither did her husband. And his vehicle ain't here. That's Dr. Ch. Or
those are good co-workers.
The glass is shattered.
I don't want any co-workers coming to my house if I don't show up. I mean, actually, yeah. I don't want them showing up at my house either. Let my family find out.
We don't. His mama said something about a gunshot or something.
Because what if I just quit? Like, what if I was just like, no call, no show? Like, I moved on. Not this.
I'm not over there. I don't know.
When was this?
We don't know. I think she could just tell by the window. We don't know. Glasses. Hold on.
I'm trying to figure out who's supposed to be here last night. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Tiffany and Ben. Come on, let's go.
All right, get in. Which glass is busted?
The back one.
All right.
Ben's car?
The group informs police that newlyweds Tiffany Scarborough and Benjamin Whitaker, who both work as nurses in the area, reside at the home.
I'm just being nice because I have to be around y'all. Don't go around calling me to outings and bonding activities. I feel that I don't want to be friends. And I get that a lot at work. Sometimes, like, because I talk to people like I need to talk to or that I like actually have to like talk to on a day to day. But other people, I just is like, hi, bye, good morning, like whatever. And people are like, oh, you never talk. And I was like, I don't talk to you. I talk, but I don't talk to you. I don't want to make conversation. Damn.
Just going in. Going in.
Here, police
Why did they knock on that door? Clearly go inside. There is something isn't going on.
find a suspected bullet hole through the rear door, but that's not all.
Whose house is this?
This is Ben and Tiffany.
I think we got a gunshot right here.
Huh?
I think we got
See
a
that right
gunshot.
there?
Oh, crap.
Hang on, y'all back up. What's up, brother?
Exactly.
Who all lives here, doctor?
Ben and Tiffany Whitaker.
All right.
There's a gunshot.
It looks like a gunshot bullet is what I'm thinking.
What his mama said.
If you see that, doesn't that give the cop probable cause to go inside? Like, what if someone's injured and bleeding out? He just outside knocking?
Really, are we getting any shots fired over here last night?
Let me check. Can't we get in?
Y'all go back to the road. Ready? I got a DOA. I got a DOA, radio.
DOA.
The officer spots a woman lying in a pool of blood and calls in a DOA over the radio, while more
Dead on
bystanders
arrival?
arrive on scene.
Come on back.
I'm the dad.
Y'all go on to the road. Who's gonna be yours?
I'm Ben's father.
It ain't Ben on the floor I'm seeing. Y'all come on back. Y'all come on back.
Why would he say that?
17, I can't get access. The door's locked, but I see one on the floor.
Sir, I'm telling you to get out of the crime scene, sir. I'm telling you to get out. I'm telling you to get out. We're going to handle it. Get out, sir, please.
If she's alive, I want to help resuscitate her. Now, damn it! I'll stand back. Just go in. If she's alive, I'll...
Hang on.
Go. Get in! Damn!
17, am I good to make entry on the front door? The back door is where we're going to have evidence.
Damn, what are y'all doing?
This is so ridiculous. Why don't they break down the door? It don't look that strong. It's a wooden door. They could have kicked it in. And then he yelling at the cop, at the doctor. The doctor wants to help his friend. Oh my God, I hate cops.
They won't let me.
Who won't let you?
Supervisor will not let me in.
Who's the supervisor?
My supervisor.
Call Tim Chapman.
They're
Call
all-
Tim Chapman.
Supervisor will be here in just a second, sir. Sir, I'm sorry.
I know you're doing it. I know you're doing
Brother, I'm sorry. I really am. Ask her what time this gunshot allegedly took place. When is this?
We don't know. They don't know. They just didn't show up for work.
She didn't show up for work, so I pulled up there earlier, and I didn't even, I guess, look close enough, like, at the ground on the floor. I
Yeah.
just was like, your vehicles are
If you look in the back door, you'll see what looks like a gunshot going through a window. You look on the floor, and she's laying there. There's blood everywhere.
Yes, sir.
The fuck is the old nurse problem? I think it's because if he's a doctor or a nurse, if the person is still alive, they could resuscitate them. Like they could offer help. But the guy's just like, oh, I see them laying on the ground in a pool of blood, but we just not gonna break down this door. We gonna let them bleed out. Like I'd be pissed too. I don't know.
There's looks like a bullet hole going through the back glass.
All right, let's see the supervisor.
No, sir.
Where's the supervisor?
They're on the way.
Can't they give permission for you to go in and if she's alive, we resuscitate her? Can't you do that? I mean, damn.
Well, that's what I asked for, if I can go in through the front, and they told me to.
The physician's here, and let me resuscitate her if she's alive.
Yeah,
Who
first
told you not to go
responders
there?
and trained for that.
Brooks, I told
Exactly.
them I make entrance through the front because she's out the rear.
Whose vehicle ain't here, you said?
What?
Whose vehicle ain't here?
Ben,
Her husband. Hey, they're both nurses, right?
Yeah. It's
There's-
a black
Maybe
Silverado.
shot.
Don't he drive a
I don't know what
Chevy
the hell
Silverado?
There's the chief right here.
Can we go in?
While waiting for permission to enter the home, police learn a key detail. Benjamin's car is missing from the home.
Well, one thing we got to do, Jim, we got.
Benjamin's car is missing, so either Benjamin shot his wife or Benjamin's in there dead too, and then the person stole the car.
Cleared. Huh?
She said, yeah.
We need to go in through the front, Tanisha, and clear it.
Is she breathing?
It don't look like it, Tanisha. This looks like it has.
Don't know. Is there anybody else in here?
I can't tell. You can't see anything. You
We
can
can't
just make
see
her
any-
out on the floor.
Where's she at?
In
We
the
don't know
very
if
back.
anybody else in the house.
There's gotta be an
Gee.
old little
We
small
got one at
town
the
or
back door.
something.
You can't see much in the house. I got one who's down. She's covered in blood.
Can they go in and if she's alive?
She's laying directly at the back door. I got evidence all at the back door. Are we clear to go in through the front and clear it? Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Majority of them trying to go in.
It's dead bolted, so.
What about the back door?
That's where all your evidence is.
Weak as hell.
Come on.
We got it.
Come on.
Who had a key?
Is it the top or the bottom?
The dad had a key, most likely. The dad could have. Ooh, the dad might be in on it. Why he didn't give them the key to begin with?
I couldn't tell you.
This ain't working. Got it, Mom?
The Benjamin's dad, the guy, when they first pulled up, the dad pulled up randomly too, and was like, "Oh, I'm the dad. Why are you here? Who called you?"
Police department.
Dublin PD.
There's something blocking the door.
No, it's a chain right here.
Okay. Let me see if I can.
I might can break that chain along there.
There you go. Kick it. Kick it. Police department.
Dublin PD.
Police department.
If you ain't here, let yourself be known.
We have a child? Whose toys are those?
In the kitchen area, police find Tiffany, the 25-year-old wife and mother
She
of
was
a young
25?
child, dead from multiple apparent gunshot wounds.
Looks like 2 bullet holes in the curtain. She's been there all night.
Whenever I looked down there,
Yeah.
I could tell she was still.
She's been there all night.
Yeah. That's why they was talking about that. I could tell she was.
Did you hear that? The cop said when I looked in at her, I could tell she was dead. That's probably why he wasn't in a rush to get inside. He already knew what was up.
He keeps coming in, man. She's been there all night. She's still.
Y'all just walk straight and take a
Take a
left.
left.
That's when you'll see her. But she looks like she's been there all night, Lee. Just one patient?
Yes, sir.
You're right. He did say he didn't see her breathing.
We,
You got it?
yeah, it's clear, but she's been there all night.
Just one.
There is.
Self-inflicted.
There's a hole going through the back glass.
I mean, is there a gun laying in there?
I don't see one.
Next, investigators determined Tiffany's death as suspicious and begin looking for answers.
Jim, who called saying the glass was busted?
I did.
So you're the one, did you come over here before her, or what was the case?
No, he works at the hospital. They called a girl that works with us because they couldn't get in touch with him, and they didn't have Tiffany's number. So I called because that's her best friend. She was on the way to work. She rode by. She said, I don't see it. She said, she kind of pulled up, and she said, I see her car, but I don't see his truck or the Corolla. Well, the Corolla was part over here. They didn't know it. So when she got to work, me and her come back over here because she was scared to come in by herself in case something was wrong, because he had been like real depressed and stuff, whatever. I don't know that situation. She does.
All right. Do y'all have his information? I need everything we
His
get.
mama is in that house right there. That's his
Is she
grandma's
going to be
house.
home?
Yeah, she's here now. She just walked over there.
No. What's his name? Ken? Ben?
Whitaker. Yeah, his daddy's eye doctor,
Whitaker. Now, the guy who lives here, this is his mother's house, correct?
This is my wife's mother.
They saying that the lady, that's her son that lives next door, correct?
My son and her son, Ben Whitaker,
So
and Tiffany.
So Ben's going to be your son?
Yes.
We're going to need some information on Ben. Would you have it?
Yeah.
When was the last time y'all seen Ben yesterday?
House.
I didn't see it.
Didn't see him at all
My
yesterday?
wife didn't see him either yesterday.
She should be nosy.
Have y'all been able to contact
No.
at all today? Nothing. Is it ringing or going to voicemail, or?
It's just saying it's not available.
It's off. I don't know who this lady is, but I'll tell you she's in scrubs. Some scrubs like from the doctor's office like you at.
Yeah.
She's going to be your victim. I don't know who she is. So I don't know. I just know it's look like a blonde female.
Yeah.
Who's that going to be?
Tiffany, my son's wife.
How long they been married?
About 2 months.
You heard that right. The couple had
2
reportedly
months.
married just 59 days before the incident. Investigators quickly take note of Benjamin's absence and turn their attention to his possible whereabouts.
Tanisha, is there a way we could get his 28? I got his,
Notice he didn't say daughter-in-law. I don't trust him.
name and date of birth.
Who is it?
Ben Whitaker is going to be the husband of this that's not here.
Okay.
I mean, he drives a black GMC pickup 4-door, 4x4 is all I got.
Okay. Hold on one second.
Came from the back door.
They shot through the back glass. Is she lying? Huh? She look like she in her
She's in her
20s.
high 20s, low
Mid
30s.
30s. Well, yeah.
I've answered one call out here. Somebody was messing with her mailbox. They kept putting like pee bottles in her mailbox. They put cameras up
That's
out here somewhere. I don't know where they're at.
I'll let them know.
But they've been living here together a year.
Yeah, I've
And-
answered one call, 2 calls out here.
Already?
I've ever seen the mailbox.
Uh,
They say he did come to work this morning.
no work, no word. Nowhere to be seen and phone's off.
Okay, whatever happened, happened. And they said his vehicle's missing.
His car is gone.
Yeah. He drives a Silverado truck, I believe what they said.
Put that out.
The next day, Benjamin was tracked down in a wooded area near a property owned by his parents in a neighboring county and brought in for questioning.
Thank y'all.
So he was hiding in the woods in his... Is that him walking in? He looked like a weirdo. It's the haircut,
Here,
I
we get our
think.
first look at the suspect, 33-year-old Benjamin Whitaker.
You got a handcuff key?
I do not tell
Hold
them.
up.
Or just got, let me grab one.
I'm good. Here we go. I just have a seat right there. My name is John Knight. This is Dawn Rhodes.
He does not look like a trusted adult. He barely looks like an adult. Oh my God, you're right. Lord.
We work with the Dublin Police Department. We need to talk to you
He
this
hurt that
afternoon.
poor girl.
You mind talking with us?
No, I don't mind.
I'm sorry?
I don't mind.
Okay, I'm deaf in this ear.
Speak up,
And I
sir.
can hardly hear out of this one, so you'll have to speak up.
Sorry, I got cotton mouth.
Cotton mouth? You need some water?
Well,
Would that help you?
Yeah.
It's room temperature, but
That's fine.
it's pretty good. But what I got to do before we get to talking
is I've got to read you your Miranda rights. Have you ever heard of your Miranda rights?
Yes, sir.
The detective reads Benjamin his Miranda rights before continuing to question him.
Who lives with you?
I do, and my wife, and
What kind of interrogation room is this also? They look like they're in a little closet. I thought you were supposed to be in a room by yourself. I don't subscribe to body language BS, but this dude is way too submissive to authority. Yeah. I don't know. I think he's nervous because he did it, or he knows who did it. Because I wouldn't be talking. I would shut up. If I was guilty, if I was innocent, I'm not talking until I have a lawyer.
I'm sorry.
I do, and my wife does, and her son.
How old is he?
He's 4.
He's 4. That land
Is
you were
he
on a while ago,
special?
who does that belong to?
That's my dad's.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
You deer hunt?
I do. I got turned around back in there, and I spent a long time.
You got turned around?
On my way out.
Yeah. What were you doing over today?
What was I doing?
Mm-hmm.
You think he's just dumb? Yeah, that might be it. I don't know. It's just the way he's talking. It don't sound normal.
I was walking around and just walking around the woods.
What time did you get there?
I guess it would have been Monday evening.
Monday evening?
Yeah.
You been there the whole time?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was.
Monday evening. You do done today's Wednesday, right?
Uh-huh.
And you're telling me you got there Monday evening?
I think that's right.
Okay.
Maybe the nurse fell for the autistic because he was quirky.
Now I want you to look at me. Look in my eyes when I talk to you up here.
My ass. Random. Did you see that video of this lady? She got pulled over by the police, and he was like, "I saw you on your phone with your right hand." She pulls her hand up. She doesn't have a right hand. It was cut off. So she was like, "No, you didn't." And he was like, She was like, "You want to just call this a day?" I was like, "Back out." And he still was like, "Well, you were on your phone," and he still gave her a ticket. That's so crazy. Hand to God. That got me. Hand to God. I liked her. I was like, man, she has a good personality. Like, you should have walked away as soon as she showed you what would happen. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I must have missed Saul." Like something, not just keep pushing it. Yeah, she's a vibe. Okay, back to this. That was funny.
When I ask you questions, I pretty much know the answers to them. Okay.
That's
And
a
the way
lie.
we're going to keep this on a good
Don't
note
believe that if anyone ever
is
tells
I
you
need
that.
you to tell me the truth. You're doing good. What got you to go out there? It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. A very bad thing.
I'm sorry.
Cop has that mom mentality where they never admit their mistakes. Facts. All they had to do was say, "I'm sorry. My bad. I apologize. I miss Saul." There's so many outs. And she gave him a couple outs.
A very bad
A
thing.
very bad thing. Tell me about that very bad thing, Ben.
Well, my wife and I have had a lot of disagreements lately, and she's been telling me over and over about things that work at the hospital are very difficult. I've started some new meds.
He better not blame killing his wife on these new meds he started. I'm gonna be pissed.
And I had several drinks. That
Yeah,
evening.
he is special.
And
It's the cadence of his words.
All right, so you had several drinks. Y'all weren't getting along very good. Okay. Oh. After the pizza came, tell me about that.
I was eating at our coffee table.
Mm-hmm.
And, after I got done eating, she took by her.
Benjamin says that on the night of the fatal event, Tiffany's 4-year-old son had been picked up by a family member before things.
Don't want to victim blame, but the wife shouldn't have given him a chance. I agree. Because there's something clearly wrong.
Escalated.
Okay, and you're married to Tiffany.
Yes.
Is that right? All right, once you picked up,
Did they say they were both nurses or just her? Because what was he doing at the hospital? I just can't imagine his demeanor being a nurse. Like most nurses I've met are like very confident and like have good bedside manner. He doesn't give that.
what did you and Tiffany do?
She was still chastising me about having a couple of drinks. Just, I guess, just that constant nagging feeling set me off.
Just nagging at you?
Maybe he's the guy that just hands utensils to the doctor in the OR. That would make more sense to me. I think you found his job.
It set you off? When you say set you off, does that mean agitate, aggravate? What did you do when it set you off?
Oh. I try to remember. Oh. I went in my bedroom and I got my pistol out of the nightstand.
Mm-hmm. After you took it out of your nightstand, what did you do?
Wait, what were they arguing about? Did I miss that part? Because I just don't understand why he was so mad that he was like, yeah, let me go get my gun.
Aggravate. What did you do when it set you?
Chastising me about having a couple of drinks. Just, I guess, just that constant nagging feeling set me off.
He went and got his pistol because she questioned him about drinking. Oh, I hate people. Okay, I'm gonna go back.
Oh. I went in my bedroom and I got my pistol out of the nightstand.
Mm-hmm. After you took it out of your nightstand, what did you do?
I walked into the kitchen and I shot her.
You walked into the kitchen and you shot her. How many times did you shoot her?
I think 3 total, but I don't remember.
Okay.
Benjamin now admits to shooting his wife after he says he was, quote, set off while drinking and having recently started a new medication. Keep this in mind for later.
Pack it up.
That was hard, wasn't it? You feel better that you told somebody?
Man, fuck his feelings.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know if I feel better or not.
What did you do after that?
I wasted some time. Sitting, I had been in the bathroom and I put some random in the bags in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And It's just I drove up there.
I don't know why that bothered me so much, but he shot his wife 2 or 3 times. Then he went to go pee. I I don't know why, but that is pissing me off. Ju- After all of that, you're like, "Ooh, I have to pee." Bro,
I mean, I knew
call
I
the
wouldn't be there.
ambulance.
You went to the lands, what you talking about?
You know, use the GPS on my truck.
Pardon me?
Did y'all use the GPS on my truck?
To find you? Honestly, Lawrence County found you. I couldn't tell you how. We talked to your dad, and he told us that he owns some land up there. They don't go too.
Honestly, yeah. I was expecting him to say some freaky shit like that too. Some he looks off. The way he's talking is off. What he did doesn't make any sense. Mm-mm.
Very much. Did you have any more weapons in the truck with you?
I told one person, but I put several of the knives I had collected with me in one of the suitcases, and there was an HK-10 40 cal, yeah, sitting in the side seat, the passenger seat. And
Wait, he said he told one person. Who's that person? Is it the dad? Because that means I knew it. The dad was in on it.
and the AR-15 in the back of the truck.
The AR-15 in the back?
In the toolbox.
In the toolbox? Okay.
You had some of that. So what were you drinking?
What was it? I had to go with a gin and tonic.
She said that y'all have been nagging, or she had been nagging. Y'all have had a little bit of difficulty. When did you plan to do this, or was this when you went to the bedroom to get the phone?
I didn't plan it. I was impulsive.
It was impulsive. Okay.
This woman is adding extra stuff. He never said he went to the bedroom to get the phone. He said he went to the bedroom to get the pistol. That was the only thing he went to the bedroom to go do. She must feel bad for him.
Did you tell her anything before then? Before the shoot?
I feel like a better question could have been asked. It could have. Like, why does it matter what he had to drink? It matters if it was a beer versus a gin and tonic. What? Ask who you told that you were going up there. That's the real question. This is a bad police station. The whole place. Even like earlier when they couldn't go into the house even though they saw a gunshot.
Shooting or
did I tell her? I mean, we talked a little bit while. Yeah.
Did you ever shoot the gun in the house before this night? Okay. If we recovered 7 or 8 shell casings. Yeah. You're saying you shot her 3 times, and we recovered, I think it was 8. Well, let me see. 7 shell casings.
I didn't remember.
You didn't remember? Okay.
He shot at her 7 times. That's so sick.
Tiffany was reportedly shot 5 times in the incident before she was left for dead. Next, Benjamin has a question of his own for detectives before learning his fate.
Everybody gonna stay here?
You see a lot of videos where people say 2 to 3 and it's around 10. That's why lie? Like at that point, you already admitted to shooting them. Why are you lying about the number of times you did it?
You'll probably go back to Lawrence County.
You don't think it's lying? Oh, you think they just really can't remember? Oh, rage. That's a good point. Like how when people kind of like black out in situations.
Do you know you're probably going to be under arrest? Well, you're not probably going to be. You're going to be under arrest for murder. You know that?
Yes.
Okay.
Benjamin was charged with felony murder, malice murder, and 2 counts of aggravated assault. After pleading not guilty to the charges, the suspect underwent a trial in 2025 where his defense argued that the, quote, dangerous combination of his medications and alcohol caused him to act out of character and triggered a dissociative state. His first trial ended in a mistrial over a deadlocked jury, but that wouldn't be the case for his next trial that took another jury just 3 hours of deliberation before he was found guilty of the charges connected to Tiffany's 2021 shooting death. He was
Good.
sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Good. He doesn't need parole and he needs life. Bro is someone's. He's someone's girlfriend right now. What the fuck was the jury doing for 3 hours? That's what I want to know. And then the way they phrased it, just 3 hours. 3 hours is a long time. Seems very set in stone to me. He's guilty. Also, why did they have a gun in the house if that man clearly had issues? Like, it wasn't just like that's probably why the family lived so close because they knew he had issues. They're like, probably can't be trusted alone. That's my guess. But I am judgy, so I don't know. I wonder if they have any other videos. That one was kind of good. Yeah, we don't know who he told. They didn't say. Terrible investigators. They didn't ask the right questions. Asking, what kind of drink did you have? Did you order a margarita or a lemon shot? Bitch, that doesn't matter. Mm. Fuck. Do I want to watch one more video? I do have stuff to do. Cheating wife shoots a New Year's party to hide affair. Now that's wild. Just go home. Just break up. Okay. I'm gonna watch this later. Save the playlist. All right. I do have to go. I was gonna do one more videos, but I have some things to do. But thanks for tuning in. Hello, Foul. How you say the last part? I think I said it right. But yeah, I'm gonna try to be more consistent Mondays and Wednesdays. So, oh, Hollow Soul. Oh, duh. 5 would make an S. I was thinking 5, like f. But you see where I was going? 5, foul. But yeah, Hollow Soul. Yeah, I'll be back Monday. You also follow my YouTube. I'll probably post clips of this stream or some other streams I did. But yeah,